Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. We are looking at an okay day, 56 or so, mix of sun and clouds. Some rain on the overnight, possible, not everywhere. And then tomorrow, we could be up into the 70s in sunshine for your Tuesday. So that would be awesome. Looking forward to that possibility. We got plenty going on in this radio station earlier in the hour, kind of getting you ready for summer, giving you the hint that Dublin Deck is coming back. We're getting that set up. We posted some stuff late last week onto our social media as well. So get excited. Your Wednesdays are coming back at Dublin Deck, and we'll get you all set for opening night on May 7th when we get there. Doing a lot of work, putting a lot of work in Country Mills over there at Dublin Deck. A lot of fun. So I thought this was really interesting. Nicknames. The Wall Street Journal just did a story on nicknames going extinct. So the person who wrote the article has 5 kids, ages 6 to 18, and none of them have been given nicknames by their friends, and none of their friends seem to have one either. He claims all types of nicknames are in decline, like somebody being called Junior, or maybe your buddy from Dallas is called Tex, right? Even initials like AJ or JD, less common. His youngest kid has a few friends named William, but none of them go by Billy. And there's like this whole thing of how nicknames are not seen as a positive anymore. You know, back in the day, right, we all had nicknames. Everybody would give their friends a nickname, and it was a term of endearment. Even like if you had a really big friend, you'd call them Tiny, right? There's probably, you might know someone in your world that you call Tiny. But now people worried about calling attention to other people's, issues or things they have going on, and nicknames sometimes are, short little jokes for, offending people, even though, you're ribbing them a little bit. They're a good friend, but now people see them as offensive and all. It's just, there's a lot of that going on. An interesting article about how nobody giving nicknames anymore. Then I thought about radio hosts, and I'm like, yeah, there's plenty of athletes, radio hosts like myself, who, if you call up the radio station and you ask for me by my first name, my given name, no one's going to know who you're talking about. You need to ask for Phathead. That's just the way it is. So anyway, big article about, and as I started to think about it, I'm like, all my kids' friends and stuff, there's really not a lot of that going around anymore. And maybe it's because, people aren't out and about, leaving the house. Kids are like, right, when you were a kid, you leave the house on the weekend at like 9 a.m. I used to go to the schoolyard to play stickball on my bike, drive around, and you'd be gone for the day. You'd go take a little money with you, you'd go get a drink, a sandwich, go run around, do whatever. And that's kind of where the nicknames come from, right? But there's not a lot of that. People are just hanging out on their iPads and their phones, and you don't see it as much. So a lot of different reasons. But yes, nicknames in a steady decline these days. And then I saw this, which was kind of interesting. A new report says that first dates that involve activities like hiking, doing something, museums, anything that, you have to get up and go, do something, you will be 25% more likely to have a second date rather than going to a bar or a restaurant or a coffee shop, sitting there, eating, drinking, and not doing anything. According to a report from a matchmaking company, the more active you are, the better will be. Hiking is the biggest. Hiking is number one, a 50% success rate on hiking, which I think makes sense because, you're not going to get me to go hiking, right? But those who like to hike, who set up a meeting, a get-together, right? Even think about you and your friends, right? You have certain friends that like to hike, certain friends that would never go hiking. But if you're already into hiking, then that's going to be a positive experience with someone else who's into it. Concerts, botanical gardens, museums, Here's a new one, going to food truck locations, grabbing a bite at a food truck or taking a cooking class. Anything that promotes activity and getting together and doing something rather than just sitting and drinking in a bar, you are better off and would lead more to more of a success rate in that date, we're being told. So keep that in mind. Plenty more going on this morning. Your Bald and the Beautiful entertainment comes up at about 8:12. Late 8 o'clock hour, National Days Good News Stories, and we'll tell you about the fiasco with the Red Robin bottomless burger passes. They finally went on sale. Didn't last long. More on that coming up. We're going to have some sunshine and some clouds today, too. Kind of a mix. About 56. Little rain on the overnight is possible. But then tomorrow, 70 and some sunshine. Phathead and Cande, My Country, 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.